Hello there. This is Directly Said with Sharon. I had said to myself that I was not going to put anything out there with regards to the Trayvon Martin's tragic death. However, due to how long it is taking for some type of sensible reasoning as to why this killer, yes, whatever his reasons for killing, this killer felt the need to put an end to this young man's life, and the justification for there not being any charges has not happened. We are waiting for some type. I know there are many of us all over the world waiting for some type of sensible justification as to why there aren't any charges. Now, maybe they're after a thorough investigation, maybe there shouldn't be any charges brought against this man. I seriously would have a problem with that. My reasoning is, and again, people, this is my reasoning. This man was told by the 911 operator to stay put, stand down, do not take actions on your own, however you want to put it. I listened to the tape. It was played on the news here in Florida. Do not take any actions on your own. Yet, this man decided to go after this young man, not just go after him. He went with a loaded weapon, a loaded gun. You are the town watch, whatever it is you're called. Why do you need to be toting a gun? You're not a police officer. From every account so far, you are not an officer. You're not a law enforcement officer. Why the need? Now, all I could get from that, all I have gotten from that is that either you're a loose cannon or you're a vigilante. And you went out there with the purpose of finding action. The action you found was a young man. A young man who I am not in the medical field, but trust me, nothing that has been said and or presented so far justifies you killing that young man. Nothing that has been presented so far justifies what you said to be truth. So far, everything that we see and we hear works against you. Therefore, I do not understand why there are not charges. Maybe, hopefully, what is going on is that all the authorities in charge are doing their best to not have this be some botched job, so that you could walk free. I don't know what transpired. I don't know who went at whom first. However, every bit of evidence that has been put out there for the media so far, that young man throwing you to the ground and banging your head against the pavement, get real. Get real. And you had to shoot him twice. Get real. You're a loose cannon or you're a vigilante. You have no respect for the law, obviously. You were told not to take things into your own hands. However you want to word it. I'll tell you something. Please, I know Governor Rick Scott has voiced his sympathy Governor Rick Scott, I'm going to ask you to go one step further. Please, you're the governor of this state. Please try your best to ensure that the federal government and your state officials, the state attorney's office, and all involved and all with the authority to be involved do a thorough and honest investigation into this matter. I don't know what transpired, who hit whom. All I know is that a young man's life has been cut short. If Zimmerman did not go after this young man, he may still be alive. If Zimmerman had left his gun at home where it should have been at the time that he was confronted this young man, the young man may still be alive. Therefore, there needs to be some type of repercussion. This man has to be made to know that you do not just take law into your own hands. Regardless of whether it was self-defense, which I highly doubt so far, I cannot believe anything this man has said. Because nothing so far that has been presented is supporting anything that he has said. He needs help. Get him the help that he needs. I feel sorry for the parents. My heart goes out to you. I do not have a son. I have daughters. I have 2 daughters. However, I have grandsons. And pretty much, they look very much like Trayvon. And I would tell you something. So far, his mom has handled this with grace. You have handled this with, given the situation, ma'am, you have handled this with grace, because I'm telling you something. If that was one of my grandsons, woe be unto you, Zimmerman. Woe be unto you. Because I do not believe I would have been able to handle it this well. I am not related to that young man. And every time that I think of it, that you were told not to go after this young man on your own, not to take actions on your own, and that you went out there and snuffed his life out, I get highly upset. It is highly upsetting. And the fact that all the information so far shows you trying to blame this young man for his life being cut short. He's not here to defend himself. Conveniently, he is not here to defend himself. So you could say whatever you want, but I'll tell you this. One way or the other, Trayvon's God is going to put things right. One way or the other, at some point in your life, you will have to suffer the consequence of what you did. It's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. Just think about that tonight. Take a minute and think that this is going to stay in your head, in your brain, for the rest of your life. And if you willfully did wrong, you're going to suffer. Just the thought of it, you're going to suffer. To Trayvon's parents, to his mom especially, do not think negative thoughts. Do not wish anyone bad. Think positive. Pray to your God, and justice will be done. Pray to your God and maintain the grace. I tip my hat to you, ma'am. I am not sure if I were to be in such a situation and you see me that calm regarding my grandsons or my daughters, believe that I am drugged. My doctor drugged me heavily. So I pray for you and your son and your family every day since this happened, and I will continue to pray for you. To the officials, please, the world is looking on. The state of Florida's reputation is tainted enough. Please do a thorough investigation and try to speed up, not speed it up, but let it be thorough. Please. This has been Directly Said with Sharon. Much love.